Doctor's warning. This healthy habit is silently damaging your kidneys, especially if you're over 60. There are everyday habits we often see as healthy, especially after 60, when we're more focused on staying well. But what many don't realize is that some of these routines can quietly strain the kidneys. And because kidney damage develops slowly and silently, with no sharp pain or obvious signs, it often goes unnoticed until symptoms like fatigue or poor sleep begin to surface. In today's video, we'll look at 4 common habits that seem harmless, but may actually be contributing to kidney decline. Fortunately, you don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle. Just understanding how these habits affect your body and making a few small changes can help ease the burden on your kidneys and protect your health in the years to come. And if you find this information helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with your friends and family. Just a few minutes of watching today could help someone avoid serious health issues down the line. 1. Drinking too much water. It's common for people in their 50s, 60s, and beyond to become more mindful of their health. Among the daily habits we often assume are healthy, there's one that may be silently doing harm. Setting a goal to drink more water, 2 liters, 3 liters, even a full gallon a day. Many believe this will flush out toxins, clear the skin, boost metabolism, and clean the kidneys. On the surface, it sounds smart. But in reality, forcing yourself to drink water when you're not actually thirsty, especially after 60, might be doing more harm than good. Think of your kidneys like a smart filter. They work hard to remove excess water and minerals from your blood, while keeping the things your body still needs. But when you constantly pour in more water than your body calls for, your kidneys have to work overtime processing extra fluid just to maintain the right sodium levels in your blood. And when you go overboard, your blood sodium levels can drop too low. That's called hyponatremia, a condition where too much water dilutes the blood and causes your cells to swell. This is especially dangerous for the brain and nervous system. This risk is even more serious for older adults. As we age, the kidneys gradually lose their ability to balance fluids and electrolytes. According to research published in the Journal of the American Geriatrics Society, older adults may still feel thirst, though sometimes a bit less, but their body's ability to excrete excess water slows down. That means drinking too much without needing to can raise your risk of dangerous imbalances. You can picture it like this. Imagine your kidneys as a wastewater treatment plant in a small town. If water flows in at a steady pace, the system handles it smoothly. But if you flood it every single day, the whole system gets overwhelmed, and eventually, it starts affecting other parts of the town too. So, does this mean you should stop drinking water? Absolutely not. It just means you need to drink the right amount, not the maximum amount. A simple way to support your kidneys is to drink small amounts of water throughout the day. For example, 1 glass after waking up, another mid-morning, 1 with lunch, another in the afternoon, and a final glass after dinner. This steady rhythm keeps your body hydrated without overwhelming your kidneys all at once. In fact, research from the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that urine color is a surprisingly reliable indicator of hydration. Pale yellow usually means you're well hydrated. If your urine is completely clear all the time, you might be drinking more than necessary. Also, if you're living with heart issues, high blood pressure, kidney disease, or taking diuretics water pills, your fluid needs may be very different. In these cases, hydration should be personalized, not based on one-size-fits-all rules. The Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology emphasizes that for seniors with existing health conditions, generic water goals can do more harm than good. At the end of the day, staying hydrated is essential, but more doesn't always mean better. The smart approach is to listen to your body, notice simple signs like thirst or urine color, and adjust based on your age, health, and lifestyle. That's how you protect your kidneys safely and wisely. 2. Eating too much meat. For many older adults, especially those used to a traditional American diet, meals don't feel complete without meat. Whether it's a grilled steak, sausage, or a piece of chicken, meat is often seen as the heart of the plate. There's a widespread belief that meat provides the strong protein needed to maintain muscle and prevent age-related weakness. And while protein is indeed essential for preserving muscle mass, there's a hidden concern when most of that protein comes from red or processed meats and when it's consumed in large amounts daily. Your kidneys may quietly bear the brunt of the damage. When your body digests animal protein, especially red meat, it produces several waste byproducts. One of the main ones is nitrogen, which turns into a substance called urea. Your kidneys are responsible for filtering this urea out of the bloodstream and removing it through urine. The more protein you consume, the more urea your kidneys have to filter. In younger adults, the kidneys are still resilient and can usually handle the extra workload. But after age 60, as kidney function naturally declines, this constant strain can slowly turn into serious long-term damage. A study published in the journal Nutrients found that a high-protein diet, especially when sustained over time, can increase pressure within the glomeruli, which are the tiny filtering units inside the kidneys. Over time, this increased pressure may accelerate the decline in kidney function, especially in people already at risk. What makes this especially concerning is that plenty of older adults with these risks don't even realize they have early-stage kidney issues. Think of each kidney filter like a coffee filter. If you pour in a reasonable amount of water, everything flows smoothly. But if you push the filter too hard, pouring too much water too often, it starts to weaken, even tear. And once it's damaged, you can't simply replace it. The same is true for your kidneys filter. They're delicate, and once they're compromised, recovery is difficult. What's more concerning is how easily excess meat can pile up across the day. A steak for lunch, bacon at breakfast, and some sausage with dinner might not seem excessive in isolation. But combined, they add up to far more animal protein than your body truly needs, especially if your level of daily physical activity has slowed with age. So, how can you handle this the right way? First of all, you don't need to give up meat entirely. A more balanced approach is to reduce portion sizes and how often you eat red or processed meats. Consider choosing leaner options like poultry or fish, and start gradually cutting back on heavy red meats. Even better, incorporating more plant-based protein like beans, lentils, soy, and nuts can give your body the building blocks it needs without overwhelming your kidneys. Plant-based diets, as it turns out, have been linked to a slower decline in kidney function, something researchers highlighted in a study published in the Journal of Renal Nutrition. A well-balanced meal that includes moderate protein, leafy greens, whole grains, and fruit not only supports your muscles but also protects your heart, digestion, and most importantly, your kidneys. What you really need to remember is this: getting enough protein is important, especially if you want to stay strong and active after 60. But enough doesn't mean more is better, and it certainly doesn't mean meat only. Variety and balance are key. With a few simple, mindful choices each day, you can protect your kidneys and still enjoy every bite. 3. Taking painkillers every day. Once you're past 60, waking up with back pain, stiff knees, or aching joints often becomes part of the daily routine. For a large group of older adults, reaching for a couple of painkillers in the morning like ibuprofen or naproxen feels just as routine as sipping their first cup of coffee. It's done automatically, without much pause or consideration. In fact, some folks keep them handy in their coat pocket or kitchen drawer, ready to pop one the moment discomfort strikes. On the surface, these medications seem harmless. They're easy to get, quick to take, and they deliver fast relief. But here's what most people don't realize: the more accessible a drug is, the easier it is to overlook the risk, and unfortunately, your kidneys are often the first to suffer. Over-the-counter pain relievers, especially a group called NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, work by blocking certain enzymes that trigger inflammation, and pain. But they also interfere with a delicate process in your kidneys, blood flow regulation. You can think of your kidneys like a filtration plant. To function properly, they need a steady and strong supply of blood. NSAIDs constrict the small blood vessels leading to the kidneys like tightening a garden hose while watering your plants. That reduces flow, increases pressure, and makes your filter less effective. In younger people, the body usually compensates. But as we age, and especially if we already have conditions like high blood pressure or diabetes, even a slight drop in kidney blood flow can cause lasting damage. The American Journal of Medicine warns that regular use of NSAIDs 7 at standard doses can raise the risk of kidney decline, especially in older adults with pre-existing conditions. The real issue lies in the fact that this damage doesn't cause pain or fever. It builds up silently over time, and by the time symptoms finally show, kidney function may have already dropped significantly. Picture a 65-year-old with mild knee arthritis. Every day, they take 2 ibuprofen tablets to stay on track with their morning walk routine they believe is healthy. But year after year, that small daily dose slowly reduces the blood flow to their kidneys. And by the time they notice swelling in their legs or changes in urination, the damage has already been done. So does that mean you have to just live with the pain? Not at all. The answer isn't to suffer through, it's to rethink how you approach it. First, if you find yourself reaching for painkillers regularly, speak with your doctor. Make sure you're staying within a safe dosage. The Journal of the American Geriatrics Society notes that consulting your doctor or pharmacist before using NSAIDs long-term can help catch early warning signs and lead to safer alternatives that are easier on the kidneys. Second, consider incorporating or even switching to non-drug strategies for managing pain. Gentle exercise, like incorporating light exercise into your routine, can be an effective way to manage joint discomfort without relying on medication. Heat and cold therapy, like warm compresses in the morning or evening, or even simple massage, can help boost circulation and relieve muscle tension. A review published in Pain found that non-drug treatments are increasingly being recommended as first-line options for older adults with chronic pain, not just for long-term relief, but because they carry far fewer risks for your kidneys, stomach, or liver. If you do still need medication, use the lowest dose for the shortest time possible and always read the label carefully. Never increase the dosage just because the pill didn't seem to work as well today. The issue may not be the medicine, but rather how your body is processing the pain. It's completely valid to fear losing your mobility, no longer being able to go shopping, climb stairs, or walk the dog. But don't let that fear lock you into unconscious pill taking. There are healthier, more sustainable ways to manage pain, and it starts with listening to your body, understanding your risk, and being open to better options. 4. Taking high-dose vitamin every day. Popping a few vitamins every day might seem like a harmless health habit, but it's not always that simple. Maybe it's a vitamin C pill for immunity, some D3 for your bones, or B12 to fight fatigue. On the surface, this sounds perfectly reasonable, especially when friends, online articles, or even ads say, the more vitamins, the better. But here's the danger most people don't realize. More doesn't always mean better. As we age, our bodies aren't as efficient at absorbing or processing nutrients, especially vitamins. Fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K don't flush out easily. Instead, they build up in the body. And while water-soluble vitamins like C and B complex are eliminated through urine, that process actually puts more strain on your kidneys. Take vitamin C, for example. At high doses over 1,000 prenylrounds per day, it can raise the level of oxalic acid in your urine, increasing the risk of kidney stones. A study published in the American Journal of Kidney Diseases found that long-term high-dose vitamin C use is linked to calcium oxalate stones. which are the most common type among older adults. You might think, I just take it to prevent a cold, but your kidneys are working overtime to clear the excess. The same goes for vitamin D. While it's crucial for bone health and immunity, taking high doses without checking your blood levels can lead to a condition called hypercalcemia 2, much calcium in the blood. That excess calcium doesn't just strengthen bones, it can settle in your kidneys, forming stones or even causing lasting damage to kidney tissue. Research from Mayo Clinic proceedings warns that long-term use of vitamin D above 4,000 IU per day may lead to kidney complications, especially without medical oversight. It's easy to believe that taking vitamins every day is a way of doing something good for yourself. But what your body really needs is not more than enough. Older adults, in particular, have a reduced ability to regulate excess nutrients. And what seems like a small surplus each day can quietly turn into a big problem over time. The goal isn't to stop taking vitamins altogether, it's to take them the right way. First, focus on getting nutrients from food. A balanced meal with vegetables, fruits, legumes, seeds, fish, and whole grains can give you most of the vitamins you need, plus fiber, minerals, and antioxidants that no pill can match. As highlighted in Current Opinion in Clinical Nutrition and Metabolic Care, whole foods offer safer and more complete nutritional benefits than supplements. Second, if you suspect a deficiency, don't guess. Get your blood tested and ask your doctor for a clear evaluation. Taking vitamins based on a hunch or friendly advice might do more harm than good. According to the Journal of Nutrition in Gerontology and Geriatrics, professional guidance helps older adults avoid harmful overdoses that can strain both the kidneys and liver. And finally, remember this: no pill can make you young again or disease-proof unless it goes hand in hand with a healthy diet, regular movement, and overall wellness habits. Supplements are just that, supplemental, not the main solution. Taking care of your health is a good thing, but doing it the right way, that's what really makes the difference. Don't let something meant to help like vitamins up silently weakening your kidneys over time. Earlier, we explored 4 everyday habits that may seem harmless but could be quietly putting strain on your kidneys, especially as we get older. From drinking too much water without listening to your body's actual needs, to eating large amounts of animal protein in hopes of preserving muscle, from relying on painkillers without proper guidance, to believing that more vitamins always mean better health, each of these actions can overwork your kidneys if we don't fully understand how our bodies function. The key isn't to be afraid or to stop everything you're doing. It's about learning to make smart, thoughtful adjustments, ones that fit your age and your health condition. That awareness is the very first step to living healthier, more empowered, and more complete each day. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. That way, you'll continue receiving simple, trustworthy tips designed specifically for people over 60. We have so much more useful information coming your way in the next videos, so stick with us.